Tonight on 8 out of 10 Cats, Sarah Milliken, Reginald B. Hunter, Rachel Riley, Catherine Ryan, Joe Wilkinson, Krishnan Guru Murthy, Georgie Thompson, and their team captain, Sean Locke, and facing them tonight, Louis Spence, Mickey Flanagan, Gemma Collins, Josh Whitcomb, Kate Humble, Rob Beckett, Hari Kondabolu, and their team captain, Jon Richardson. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy Carr.
Thank you. Hello and welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys, statistics, and this week, I'm guessing, me. But before we get to that, 15% of prisoners are on drugs. How do they get hold of so many drugs in prison? I guess they're smuggled in by some arsehole. Yeah, bum jokes still work, good news. 20% of Brits who viewed a house in the last year felt the same thrill as when meeting a new lover. I know what they mean. The last time I went house hunting, I came away with a semi. 33% of Brits say they like their smartphone as much as they like sex. For me, they're both similar, about 5 inches long, and they've seen more than their fair share of Angry Birds. And Mexico City is the worst place in the world to be a commuter. Especially for me, I work in Shepherd's Bush. Right, well, I can't put it off any longer. Let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 5 most popular talking points. Sean, Sarah, Georgie, anything you've been chatting, anything caught your eye in the papers?
Well, Jimmy,
This week.
we all like to put a bit of money away for a rainy day, don't we? But I think you're more prepared than Noah. I think you've grabbed a few headlines this week. In fact, when I heard that you were on the front page of the paper, to be honest, I was expecting a lot worse. I was expecting to see, like, one of those white police tents in the background and a copper holding your laptop in a see-through carrier bag. So I was quite relieved when I found out what it was really for. We can all now see why you work so hard. You get to keep all the money. But you've apologised, haven't you? You've apologised today.
I have apologised, Sean, and in my defence... No, I got nothing.
Well, Theresa May's going to get rid of the ASBOs because she says they're not working, so we're going to have Crimbos, they're called. Because all the papers have done now is it's an excuse to get out all the stories. Because the ASBO did some good stuff. I mean, bad people were punished as a result, but there were some silly ones. And my favourite was a woman who got an ASBO for screaming too loud during sex. Which is embarrassing for her, but for her husband, what a story that is. I ain't joking, fellas. I banged her so hard she got arrested.
You have ASBO? You don't have ASBOs in Ireland, do you?
No, but you're asking Kate Humble if she had an asthma. You've been pestering animals again.
Yeah. And apparently I'm now going to get a Crimbo as well, because you can get a Crimbo for having an untidy garden. Really? I'm not quite sure who's going to judge whether your garden is untidy or not.
I don't think it means brambles, it's things like sofas and fridges.
I would imagine your garden would be very well kept. How are you that? There was nothing rude in that.
You're so
What's the matter with me that I can't even say that?
Say something simple like that.
So is yours... Is your garden overgrown, Kate?
I would say it's just pleasingly wild.
We were here a week ago, weren't we, having a good old laugh? And now you've lost the moral high ground to News International and David Cameron. They can only make jokes about Hitler, Harold Shipman and Chico from the X Factor. That's it. I don't understand. Tell me it's all a lie.
Well, John, I hate to sound like I'm passing the buck, but I tell you who I blame for this whole mess. Me. It's entirely my fault. It's actually quite a complicated arrangement, but I think from a legal standpoint now, I'm actually a member of Take That.
Well, as they're called now, Keep That. I think actually what it is, you've got an illness. I think you're actually...
That's not in the papers till Sunday.
No. I think you're suffering from a problem that's affecting a lot of people. It's called tax intolerance. I think you've got that quite badly. You might even be HMRC positive. Is it gay marriage? Or garage, as I like to call it. The church are concerned about it, that they'll be forced to marry gay people in churches. It's like they've thought, this is the thin end of the wedge. What next? Horses?
I don't understand why anyone would want to marry anyone. I mean, get together, sure, your bill's half price. I understand. I get it. TV licence is going up, gas is going up, electric's going up. Share it with someone, but don't bring paperwork into the eventual demise of your love.
I think it's respect. If you actually marry someone, it shows that, you know, there's respect there.
Right.
Because, you know, listen, you get a nice ring out of it, and not only that, basically, you have a fantastic day, but if you've been with someone for years and they can't even get down to Tiffany's and buy you a decent ring, get them gold.
Do you not know where Tiffany's is?
Yeah, Bond Street.
Nip down and get one yourself then, love.
I'm not saying that. I can buy my own ring.
Josh, what do you make of gay marriage?
I don't like going to weddings. I find it stressful. I'd just get rid of marriage.
If you don't have weddings, the only time the whole family gets together is at funerals, and that is depressing.
Very true.
Not all the family, because there's one that's...
When you was in Jersey, did you just go, like, on a holiday once and think, this is lovely? Probably just going to leave some stuff here. You know, like at my boyfriend's, I've got a hairbrush. You know, that sort of thing.
Yeah. No, I don't think that's the case, is it? No.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
You know what, though? You know what? OK, now, this is me getting political. Shit. Now, well, sort of. There's no way. I mean, what Tony... No, it's not Tony Blair now. It's our Prime Minister.
David Cameron.
There you go. Now, for him to say it's immoral, I mean, I think that's a bit wrong from him, isn't it, really? I mean, you know, talking about moral...
I know. What have
not wrong.
What have I ever said about David Cameron?
Exactly. And the fact is...
Literally hundreds of things every week.
I think Louis' political opinions are best expressed through the medium of dance.
Yeah, so... Oh, here we go. So...
I didn't think I could feel any worse. But there it is.
What a pleasure it is to be sat next to the only man in Britain more flexible than your accountant, Jimmy.
The Greeks are in... I mean, it's been going on for bloody months with leftist cover. I mean, I think the real victims in all this is people doing topical panel shows, you know? Every week, We look down and go, what are the big stories? You go, oh, it's the bloody Greeks again, can't they sort? I mean, it's such a nice country, got lovely weather, all that lovely lamb, marinated lamb, they've got
hummus, they've got tarama salata, Stavros Flatley, they've got it all.
Jennifer Aniston's Greek, and she's lovely. And she could just adopt the whole nation of Greece to save it, and that would really stick it to Brangelina as well. Yeah. She'd be like, who's Mother Earth now, home wrecker?
So what's the big Olympic story this week?
Well, they've given us a sneak preview of the Olympic opening ceremony, which is going to be a pastoral scene of Old England by Danny Boyle.
Having an opening ceremony seems sensible to me. You invite everyone, you have a big party, you go, hey, it's starting. We're spending the same amount on a closing ceremony, which is after everyone's going to have come here, beaten us at all the things we do, and then we're going to thank them with a big party going, oh, safe journey home. Sodom. At the end, we should just switch everything off and say, right, piss off, find your own way home now.
It's a solid idea, yeah.
I think it's really boring, full stop. And what is the Olympics going to do for us? What's it all about?
I don't know what... I don't know where to begin.
How is it going to change our lives? It's
not going to change your life, no.
No. It's not going to change my life. You know, we've got the football, we've got the tennis, we've got dancing on ice. What more do you need?
But, Jim, the one serious question I want to ask you is, did you not think there was a possibility you would get tumbled, as they say? You know, because that's what I would have thought, and I didn't go to Cambridge. This might come out, you know.
Yeah, I mean...
Did you not think that, or did you just think, fuck 'em, I'll ride it out?
Not at all, I didn't. I mean, I think not to be glib about it, but I don't think I really thought at all.
You didn't think it might come out?
No, I didn't think about it at all. Just thought it's a you know, I don't know, but I just didn't really think. That's, you know, that's no really stupid thing. It's really, I made a very, very poor judgment call on what to do.
Have you got that 15 quid you owed me then?
Here's the weird thing about Cameron commenting on it, because it's a classic thing of a politician, like sticking his finger in the air and going, which way is the wind blowing? I think I'll comment on this. You know, I think, oh, this might... You know, he's got... I mean, morally, I'm not defending you at all, but morally, I mean, last week, he left his 8-year-old daughter in a pub. I don't think, you know, he's a big sort of moral champion. It's well known that his dad kept his fortune offshore, and he's the recipient of that. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't really see why he had to get involved. It's like some 14-year-old girl who has to comment on everything. What next? Like Justin Bieber's haircut. Oh, I like that.
David Cameron got involved because he's in charge of the economy and he gets shit in the papers every day for having to fire nurses and doctors, and one of the reasons he has to do that is because there isn't enough money in the pot, and one of the reasons there isn't enough money in the pot is because not everybody pays their tax.
There's that new TV show you can do, Through the Loophole. How can you afford to live in a house like this? You're bad spec. I've got 3 words for you. Bush Tucker trial this autumn.
Johnston, what else do you think people have been talking about this week?
Got to be the football.
Got to be the football, hasn't it? I know, George, you cover F1, which is also what the Queen said when she checked your tax return, Jimmy.
That deserved a lot more.
Yeah. Everybody's really interested in the football. Apparently, the male escort services have gone up.
Oh, Christ, I've been so busy. Jesus. Every bloody night. I finish a job, oh, I'll be all joking.
I don't understand why male escort services exist, because I think they must just come out, and if it was me, I'd just go, oh, just leave your pants on, love, I just want to tell you about me day. You think I'm lonely?
Do I think?
You have just bought a cat.
I have just bought a cat.
Just bought a cat.
Yes. I'm not lonely anymore, fuck you!
So those were the most talked about stories this week. But in other news, China sent their first female astronaut into space. So what you like about China, they'll do anything to get rid of girls. And there are just 35 days to go until the London 2012 Olympics. The sweat, the pain, the physical endurance, people pushing themselves above and beyond their limits. That, to me, is what travelling on the Underground during the Olympics is all about. Our next round is Pick of the Polls. Here's your first one. Most people would rather play video games than go to the park. True or false?
I prefer a park because you can't lose at the park. You don't come back from the park and someone says, how was the park? And you go, shit, I went out straight away. But with a computer game, you pay 60 quid for something that is now too hard to do. Computer games, I switch them on and then I just die. What's the point in that? They shoot at you straight away. There's not a level where it's like, level 1, get some breakfast. I'm shit at real life. I play video games to feel less shit. For 5 minutes, I want to win the World Cup and shoot some baddies. I don't want to be crying on the floor in a video game as well as my living room. So if I had to answer for everyone, Jimmy, I'd say the park.
Aaron, do you play video games?
No.
I don't believe you.
No. No, I would rather read.
You play Call of Duty with your mum every day.
Mum's in the audience right now because I couldn't get on the plane by myself. So... she bought me the jacket.
Does your mum choose your girlfriends as well?
A girlfriend?
Yeah.
You're going to grow into those teeth.
Yeah, I will one day. People have been saying that to me since I was little. Yeah, it's got better. I'm peaking.
You must have looked like Donkey a few years ago.
I get a lot of banter for what I look like. It's ridiculous.
Do you?
Yeah, like all different lookalikes and stuff.
Who do you look like?
I've got a long list. Want me to read it off? Boris Johnson, Jack Swagger, Jeff Brazier, Biff Tannen, the Milky Bar Kid, Princess Diana, Leslie Ash, Kurt Nielsen, Johnny Bravo, Buzz, Peggy Mitchell, Ian Bell, Oliver Kahn, Pat Butcher, Scott Walker, Peter Lorre, Bam Bam, the Honey Monster, Jill Dando, Billy Piper, and a lesbian.
Most people have a signature move on the dance floor. True or false?
I used to do quite a vivid routine to S Club 7's Reach for the Stars.
Go on then, darling.
You used to all the moves for Reach for the Stars?
Just sort of moves that were associated with the lyrics, you know, climb every mountain higher, you know. That was when I first learned how devastating I could be around women.
Devastating, not devastated.
So, how would it go?
You even dare put a song on for me.
And the winner is the name of our final round. Here's your first one. Top way to prove your masculinity. What do you think?
Get the button first. Is that one?
It's that one, yeah.
I was going to that.
Yeah. It's that or that. You can't do...
Yeah! Let's make up some new ones.
OK, top way to prove your masculinity. Reg, what do you think? What's the best way to prove you're a man?
Do what you want to do. Just walk down the street and be unaware of or not care if people look at you. Make sure that when you go somewhere, you're going to where you want to go. And when you get there, make sure you only stay as long as you want to stay. And then when you're done, come on back and go wherever you want to go. And then after a while, people will be always like, wow, you do what you want to do. You must be a man.
The worst thing about owning a pet.
Is it getting snake shit in your hair? I wave mine around quite a lot.
I mean, it's all the flaps. Just bloody flaps everywhere. Flaps for this, flaps for that. Do you have a snake flap for your snake?
Just lob it out.
Lob it out. How does it get back in?
It's on a rope.
Worst thing about going to the gym?
The changing rooms. But if I'm getting changed, I try to do it without exposing my bits to other men.
Yeah, because they're all hiding all around the changing rooms, waiting for you to come in. John's coming! Everybody hide! They're getting in the laundry bin in the towels, like that. Alibaba. They lift it out and go, is John there? Yeah.
I heard that they were hiding, but they're not hiding. They're just stood there with everything out, flossing their ani in front of me. So I assume other men don't want to see my testicles. But if you're the man in the change rooms doing the towel thing where you have to flick your knickers up, your boxer shorts up...
Your knickers?
I don't want this to descend into some sort of playground teasing, but it would appear that John wears knickers. Best way to reduce stress?
Best way to reduce stress? Pay your taxes.
Top thing that makes British people lose their temper?
There is one thing that really annoys me. Being asked to calm down. There's one thing guaranteed to make me want to punch someone in the face. It's, hey, just calm down. Even if you're calm, like, you could not even be arguing with someone, and the minute they go, hey, just calm down. You instantly go, I am fucking calm! It's that, or it's cling film. Cling film and sellotape, anything that is supposed to adhere to something is inherently going to adhere to itself.
The question you should be asking yourself is, how amazing is cling film in the first place? So the fact that it's not perfect, you should maybe forgive. What would you do if you didn't have cling film?
I'd have to buy condoms. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. That's it from us. Good night.